So, that's it. Nothing new?
Sorry, man. That's all we got. We couldn't finish Updog in time.
What's Updog?
Or, well, he was back. Yeah, this video was supposed to come out in May. It's now August. We'll talk about that more in the outro. But yes, Versus Impostor came back this year, and I kinda just wanted an excuse to talk about it. While normally I'd make a ranking video, considering the amount of songs in the mod, I don't think I could get away with that one this time. So instead, I'm just gonna talk about the songs in the mod as a whole. Now, I considered giving an in-depth history on Versus Impostor before getting into this review, but then I realized that nobody actually cares about that. So instead, I'm just gonna skip that, because quite frankly, nobody cares if I skip that, and I know you guys are just here for a review of the Versus Impostor 2025 mod, also known as Updog, so we're just gonna get into that. But before that, I need to beg for subscribers, because I know for a fact YouTube is going to be a little harsh given how I've done barely anything in the past couple months. I promise I have more content coming, yes, even more than weekly, but again, I'm saving that for the end of the video, so for now, let's just go and enjoy some Impostor, shall we? To begin, I just want to give a quick second to talk about how clean and pretty these new menus look. I'll talk about it more in the actual songs themselves, but Updog's new art style just feels a lot nicer and homemade to me. Not bad, that's not what I'm trying to say at all, but it has a lot more personality to it, which is saying something considering I still adore how V4 looks. Now, that being said, there isn't really much to do on the main menu, besides a secret, but we'll get there in a bit. There are icons for both a shop and a skin section, but currently they don't really work, and beyond that, there's just your usual options for an FNF mod. Now, obviously this isn't that big of a deal, since this is essentially just a demo of what the mod is going to be, and the menus themselves are still very clean with some great art. I quite enjoyed the addition of ranks on each song in free play, although I do miss the accuracy on each song being shown somewhere. Obviously not every single statistic is going to be shown, but to this day that accuracy visual in V4 adds a ton of replayability, so hopefully it gets added in a future update. Story mode also has a new look, and one that I quite enjoy. The different ranks are still here, but there's also a difficulty bar to show how hard the week is. It's nothing crazy, but if you haven't picked up from all my ranking videos, I quite enjoy difficulty bars, so the addition is welcome. Beyond that though, there's not really much else to mention, so let's just go ahead and hop into the main week.
3, 2, 1.
Starting us off, we have Sussus Mugus. And I mean, yep, this is still Sussus Mugus, alright. Granted, a much better version than the one in V4, but at the end of the day, it's very similar. Pretty much the exact same melody, same pacing, heck, the two songs are almost still the exact same lengths. Because of this, it's definitely the weakest of the package for me, but that's not to say it isn't good. Far from it, in fact. This is still an amazing song. If anything, the fact that this is the one that didn't change is perfect. Sussus Mugus is the original song. It's the one that hasn't changed throughout several different versions, so the fact that it's still similar here feels kinda nice. Oh yeah, I should probably talk about the song itself, huh? Yeah, it's still great. Boyfriend's vocals are slightly pitched down here, and as I've talked about before, I absolutely love when composers do this with his chromatic. The instrumental is also significantly better. It's similar to the V4 one, but there's a lot more instruments and melodies used that spruce it up just a bit. Speaking of, while I did say that the melodies were pretty much the exact same, that was a bit of an exaggeration. My main issue with the other versions of this song is that it pretty much just felt like there were only 3 real melodies that played over and over again throughout the song. Luckily here, that monotony is completely gone. Sure, at the end of the day, the melodies are pretty similar, but each turn that reuses a turn changes the melody or instrumental up slightly in a way that never makes the song sound repetitive, which I absolutely adore. Plus, the song is home to pretty much the 2 main melodies of Versus Impostor as a whole, and said 2 melodies have always sounded amazing, so that definitely helps its score. I suppose now's a good time to talk about the elephant in the room though. Red has new vocals. Now, I always was a big defender of the old chromatics in Versus Impostor, since I love how they sound, and they went along with the original idea of everything being made from Among Us sounds, so when I learned that they were giving the characters actual chromatics, I was definitely skeptical, to say the least. Good thing this one sounds amazing! Yup, Red's new chromatic is so much better. On a base level, I like how both the old and new ones sound, but just the way that this new chromatic is used in all of these songs just has so much more impact than the old one had. All in all, wow, what a substantial upgrade from V4's Sussus Mugus. And that's without even mentioning the art, which is one of the biggest improvements in Updog. It's just got so much incredible charm to it. Red is so expressive, boyfriend and girlfriend get an actual design. The background is placed in the center of Polis this time around, which makes it way more interesting to look at, and there's so many events! Mid-song animations and events were definitely the biggest thing missing from V4, and the team clearly knew this going into Updog. Like, there's so much! Green comes in and kills multiple crewmates, there are some crewmates that just kind of appear, and then of course the ending with Boyfriend and Red turning into stars. That last one specifically adds a ton of impact going into that last melody, boosting what was already an amazing turn in V4. The art is seriously on another level in this mod, and that stays consistent as we head into... Sussus Mugus definitely played it safe when it came to the changes the song underwent. Sabotage, on the other hand? Bro, what is this?! Almost completely new melodies, new sections, mid-song events, and all of this while still capturing the original vibe that the original version went for. Starting with the intro, the instrumental starts out with a very similar sounding melody, until the vocals just shatter that familiarity. This is easily where Red sounds the best in my opinion. There's just so much energy behind his vocals that isn't really present in the other two songs. Boyfriend also sounds amazing. Granted, I would have preferred if they stuck with his slightly pitched down chromatic used in Sussus Mugus, but it's instead traded for the really dynamic and clean sounding Boyfriend that Rareblin uses, which, if you didn't know, Rareblin is in fact one of, if not my favorite composers this community has, so haha, yes, I will gladly take more of this. As for the melodies themselves, I love how this song feels like a constant back and forth between the two characters, starting out with them working together until Boyfriend finally figures out that Red is an imposter. Which, by the way, Boyfriend, how dumb are you? Red not only isn't doing any tasks, instead choosing to sing with you, and not only is he literally holding a gun, plus a knife technically, he straight up just shot at you. How do you still not know? Regardless, this opening is superb. But then, the song transitions over to Black. Or, sorry, not Black, the detective. Yeah, that's the one. Yep, not Black, sorry, he's not here yet. This part is perfect, like straight up perfection. It doesn't kill the pacing of the song, despite the fact that it shifts the tone pretty hard. The detective's chromatic is just as great as Red's new chromatic. The instrumental has some killer sound, specifically that piano. My god, that piano! And it's in swing, baby, let's go! It's similar to the event in Sussus Mugus, where it just adds so much to the song just through visuals alone. I also love that this new reboot is definitely willing to give more screen time to new original characters, not just the old ones. But then it's back to Boyfriend and Red, in what is absolutely my favorite part of the song. Boyfriend singing to himself while looking confused at Red, until finally figuring out that he's the imposter in this perfect build-up back to the main melody of the song. It's just so good. Boyfriend solo just sounds amazing, and I love the extra little lines from Red that just add so much to his character. Like, come on man, any character that says nuh-uh must be peak, it's just the rule. Then the song ending on that main melody is great, with it being flipped to sound like Red is struggling to stay undercover, which is evidently true given the fact that the song ends with Red just straight up killing Girlfriend. Yeah, it may have been a song late, but she does still in fact die in this version. Genuinely a perfect song, and definitely my favorite from the entire mod. The way it's able to take the original Sabotage and completely change it while still being recognizable is so creative and just nice to see. But there is still one song left, and while Sabotage might be my favorite, this song definitely isn't far behind either. While Sussus Mugus went for more of an upgrade to the original song, and Sabotage completely flipped the old version on its head, Meltdown sits pretty much perfectly in between those two. It's not so different that almost every element is changed, but it definitely mixes things up from the version seen in V4. The first half of the song is definitely the most unchanged part of the song. There are some changes that I love, though. Red sings almost the exact same melody as he did from V4, while Boyfriend sings much different and higher, showing that emotion he has since... oh yeah, girlfriend frickin' died. The tone in the beginning is oddly bouncy. Like, it loses a lot of that intense tone that V4's version had, but that makes sense since Red isn't being watched by everyone yet. Of course, that shortly changes as Boyfriend actually reports the body, and the scene changes to the meeting room. Now, I'm not gonna say that this was completely stolen from FNF Weekly and Mischief, but I'm not gonna say that it wasn't either. This part is just amazing, though. The tense feeling definitely kicks in here, as Red and Boyfriend argue against each other, trying to convince the others that they're innocent. Also, really quickly pausing to talk about the art, god, it's so amazing here. The meeting room is super detailed and accurate, all the original designs they came up with look great, and the story bubbles for both Boyfriend and Red are some of the funniest things ever to look at. Like, come on, look at this, I love it so much. Back to the music side of things, though, the way this just feels like a tug of war between Boyfriend and Red, both desperately trying to get on the good side of the detective, is perfect. The instrumental calming down during this section fits well too, and allows room for the vocals to take center stage, until eventually turning back up for the finale of the song. And said finale, yep, it's great. How many times do I have to say that this mod is amazing? It's pretty similar to V4's version, albeit with a few differences. Firstly, key change, yes, please! I love when key changes are handled well, and this is a great case of that. Not to mention the tone shift of Red just losing it, the way he just doesn't care that he's revealed his imposter form anymore, just being so aggressive towards Boyfriend is perfect. And then the ending melodies. Like with V4, they're taken straight from Sussus Mugus, but it's both of the main melodies this time instead of just the final one, which works really well for the song in my opinion. The song also transitioning perfectly from the meeting room to the ending where Red gets voted off and shoved into the lava is an incredible way to close off the song both visually and musically. I could honestly go on for hours talking about this and the other two songs, but there's just so much to unpack here, which is shocking given the fact that it's literally only 3 songs. Like, genuinely, how do you do that? How do you make one of my favorite mods with only 3 songs? I guess that's just the power of Versus Impostor. A genuinely incredible experience. Please, if you have not, go check out this mod. It's amazing. Wait! Stop the video! Breaking news! There's a secret song? And it's Donkey Kong? Like, not even Among Us Donkey Kong. Like, just straight up Donkey Kong? What? I mean, sure, I guess. This was apparently snuck in the build for fun, and as a way for Cloudfo to finish a Donkey Kong song that he had apparently been working on years ago that just got scrapped. I don't know, this is kind of a weird one. It has absolutely nothing to do with the mod or Among Us, it's not even technically made by someone on the team, and the song itself is 3 years old? Honestly, with that in mind, this honestly ain't that bad of a song. Unfortunately, when compared to the other songs of the mod, this one just isn't really it, I'm gonna be real. Donkey Kong sounds fine, Boyfriend is good, and the chill vibes fit this song perfectly. So yeah, a pretty good 2-minute song. It's short, it's sweet, I like it.
What do you mean this song is almost 4 minutes? Excuse me? What do you mean? What did the song go to the Bigotes school of song lengths or something? Why is it so unnecessarily long?
I know I just compared the two, but it's definitely not nearly as egregious as Bigotes in length, and I like the vibe and melodies enough to put this one a good bit higher, but just, man, I don't know how to talk about this one. This is weird. This is just kind of a weird song that's hidden in the main menu, but its inclusion does mean that we might get some more oddball picks in the future, so that has me excited. Regardless, yeah, there isn't really much else to add. Bananas is just kind of a weird song to talk about, so I'm gonna just leave it there because I don't really have much else to add. This one's just kind of weird. In all, just wow. This is hands down my favorite comeback in FNF history. And I know that most people will call me crazy for that, 90% of which are going to be MCM fans, but don't worry, that revival will have its time on this channel. But as for Updog, it is flawless. I mean, I honestly couldn't really think of anything it can do better. I mean, I don't know, I guess they could add back the accuracy to free play. Like, legit, that is the only thing I would change about this. They're already adding more content in the next update, and things like shops and skins are clearly planned, so I've honestly got nothing. An absolutely perfect start to what might very well end up my favorite FNF mod to date. Hey, it's the end of the video. You know, the part that I was gonna explain why I've been dead for the past couple of months. Well, that's for a lot of reasons. The big one, of course, being FNF Weekly Ranked. Now, at this point, a lot of people have been joking that this is just Mario's Madness Ranked 2, but I don't think you guys quite understand the sheer amount of work that has had to go into this video. Like, Mario's Madness Ranked was pretty much just procrastination, plus, you know, I kind of wanted to do the mod justice, and it kind of just took a while, but, I mean, besides that, it was mostly just procrastination, but for this video, not only is it the first time that I've done such a wide-scale collab, not only do I have to make dozens of pieces of art for it, but I also have to write a script for literally every single song, which means I've practically had to write a short novel at this point. Like, straight up, there are well over 100 pages in the Google Doc. With that said, I come bearing good news in this video. I can now officially say that after 4 almost entire rewrites, yes, that is why this has taken so long. I really wanted to get this video perfect. I can finally say that I have officially finished the entire script for the video. Now, that still leaves a ton of work to do, like I gotta record the lines, finish all the art, all the editing, etc. But the hardest part of the video is complete. As for the release date, sometime this year, that's all you're getting. As much as I would love to say, like, September or something, given my track record, that's probably not gonna happen. But I promise you will get this video before 2026. Now, I know that sucks, but I'll give you guys a trade. I have also been working on 4 other videos, 5 if you include this one. I'm not going to reveal what the other 4 are, but I'd honestly be really happy if I could get them plus weekly out by the end of the year. So just know that even though weekly is still going to take forever, I've also been working on other things, so you will get more than just weekly ranked. Also, I've just kind of been playing a lot of Celeste. Like, you guys have no idea how many hours I have sunk into this game. Goldenberry grinding is legit some of the most fun I've had in years while playing a game. You guys need to play Celeste. It is so peak. Celeste is so awesome. I love this game so much. I've sunk so many freaking hours. It's great. You play Celeste, please, please! What was I talking about again? Alright, besides that, I don't really have much else to announce, so I suppose I'll just leave it there. If you guys did enjoy this video, why not subscribe? It's free, and getting us to 2K means you'll get a very special video. Is what I would say if we weren't already there, baby! Yeah! Thank you all for that, by the way. I appreciate it so much, and might actually make a special video this time. Make sure to like, comment, turn on notifications, all the good stuff. But with that said, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Bye!